children, welcome back to science class. In the last two classes, we have discussed the various components of food. We have discussed about, carbohydrate, fat, proteins, vitamins, minerals such as calcium and iron. Today we are going to discuss about balanced diet. And you remember our classes, and we have learned that the different nutrients have different functions. For example, carbohydrate and fat are providing the energy, while the protein is helping us to repair our body part, and it is help us to grow. So the different components have, or the different nutrients have different function. So what is, we have to include all these nutrients in our food. All these nutrients in our food we have to include. Then the diet which contain all the nutrients in right quantity is known as balanced diet. So here we have the term balanced diet. What is mean by balanced diet? Yes, the diet which contains all the necessary nutrients in the right quantity or in the right amount is known as balanced diet. A balanced diet also contains roughage and water. For example, if you have to choose for the balanced diet for the morning, you must include water content, then vegetable contents, then carbohydrate, fat, all the components you have to include. For example, if you are having the chapati and egg curry, vegetable kurma in the morning, which are the contents that are you getting? Yes, from chapati we are getting the vitamin B and we are getting the carbohydrate from wheat. Isn't it? The chapati is made from wheat flour. So we are getting carbohydrate and the relative vitamins with wheat. Then if we are having vegetable kurma, we will be including the different types of vegetables and we will be adding some green peas or any other peas along with it. So we will be getting the protein from the green bagagram or green peas or anything which we are adding through the kurma. So for the morning you can add any pulses like green gram, green peas, bagagram, green gram, likewise etc. You can add to your food. So that is a kind of balanced diet for the morning. From there we will be getting the carbohydrates. Then if we are having oil for making curry, we will be getting fat from the oil. Then we will be getting the different kinds of vitamins and protein from the different kinds of vegetables. So this is a balanced diet. So this is the balanced diet only for morning. So likewise you can add your own or you can prepare your own balanced diet for 1 or 2 days, which includes all the nutrients in the right quantity. So what is mean by balanced diet? Here, the diet which contains all the nutrients in right amount is known as balanced diet. It also contains the proper amount of roughage and water also. You have to add water and roughage also. Then only we will be getting the digestion process easily, and we have to remove our waste from our body. So that is the purpose of adding the roughages and water. Then next we are going to discuss about the term digestion. What is our chapter's name? Food and digestion. So we have discussed the various components of food now. Then next we have to discuss digestion. So let us learn about digestion. What is mean by digestion? What is mean by digestion is our body has to break down all the food that we are having or that we are eating into its simpler form. Isn't it? Our blood is absorbing. We all need energy and we all need to grow. So who is helping? Yes, the components in the blood is distributing all these into the necessary area. So the blood is absorbing the necessary components from food. For the absorption of these nutrients, we have to break down this food into smaller components. Isn't it? So if we are having the carrot as it, and we will be eating it, then what we will do is our mouth will chew it and will be grinding it. So all the food has to be broken into simpler forms. Then only the blood will be able to absorb these nutrients from the food. That process is known as digestion. What is mean by digestion? What is mean by digestion? Yes, the process of breaking down of food into simpler form that can be used by the body. The process of break down the food into simpler form. We have to break the food into simpler form. Then only our body can be used it. That process is known as digestion. So what is mean by digestion? Yes, the process of breakdown of food into simpler form is known as digestion. Then only we will be able to absorb the nutrients from the food. Isn't it? So that process is known as digestion, and from our body, our mouth and many internal organs are taking part in the process of digestion. Let us discuss them with suitable figures and suitable explanation. So what you should know, today we have discussed the two terms, balanced diet and digestion. What is mean by balanced diet? The diet which contains all the nutrients in right quantity is known as balanced diet. Then what is mean by digestion? The process of breakdown of food into simpler form is known as digestion. Did you get me? Let us discuss the process or the which are the organs that are involved in the digestion and what are doing that with suitable figure.
Let us discuss the process of digestion. The parts or the organs that are involved in the process of digestion are mouth, food pipe, liver, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, then liver and pancreas, then the last one, anus. Here you can see some coiled pipes. Could you see here? The small coiled pipe is the small intestine and the large coiled pipe is the large intestine. The stomach, from the mouth and stomach are connected by the food pipe. Do you see the food pipe here? Yes, this is the connecting organ which are connecting mouth and the stomach. Then the stomach is opened into small intestine and which is opens into the large intestine and which is goes to the anus. So the food that we are having through the mouth are removed through the anus. So let us discuss the process in detail. The process of digestion begins in the mouth. So what we are doing in the mouth? Yes, we are chewing the food, isn't it? We are chewing the food from the mouth. So the food is chewed and mixed with saliva. We all know that the mouth is producing the enzyme saliva. The mouth is producing saliva. So while we are chewing the food, what happens? The food will be mixed with saliva. The food is chewed and mixed with saliva. So what is the function of saliva? It helps the breakdown of carbohydrates. It helps in the breakdown of carbohydrates. The food is chewed and mixed with saliva. Saliva helps in the breakdown of carbohydrate. So from here we have chewed the food. From the mouth we have chewed the food very well and we have mixed the food with saliva. Then what happened? The carbohydrates has been break down from here itself. Then the other food content passes through the stomach through the food pipe. The food pipe is allowing the food to pass to the stomach. The stomach is the sac-like organ where the food is churned. Do you see the sac-like organ here? So this is stomach, this is the stomach, and the food is churning from here. In the stomach, the food mixed with several other digestive juices which further break down of the food. Here we are grinding the food and it reaches to the stomach. In the stomach is producing some digestive juices which helps to the breakdown of other food. Saliva helps in the breakdown of carbohydrate. No, we are not eating the carbohydrates only. We are having fats and we are having protein, some other vitamins and minerals also we are eating. So from the stomach is also producing some digestive juices which helps the breakdown of food. From the stomach, the food passes into a long coiled tube called small intestine. From the stomach, it opens into the small intestine. Do you see the small intestine? Yes. So from the stomach, the food passes in a long coiled tube called the small intestine. The digestive juices from liver and pancreas are poured into the small intestine. The liver and pancreas are also producing some digestive juices and they are pouring that digestive juices into the small intestine. Did you see the liver here? Did you see the pancreas here? Here you can see the pancreas. So the juices, the digestive juices from liver and pancreas are poured into the small intestine and they help in the breakdown of proteins and fat into simpler forms. One more thing you should keep in your mind that the simpler form of the food only can be absorbed by the body. So that is the need of the digestion. Why we have to digest is we have to get some nutrients from the food that we have discussed. So the carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins and minerals all we needed. From the mouth itself we will be getting the carbohydrate, but the fat and proteins are breaking down or they are changing into the simpler forms from small intestine with the help of juices which are secreted by pancreas and liver. Do you get what I meant? From the small intestine, the proteins and fats are break down into simpler form. From here, the simpler form of the protein, fat and other nutrients are absorbed into the blood. So the process of digestions are completing from small intestine. The digestion of food is completed in the small intestine. From here, the useful components are absorbed into the body. So, from where does the food digestion is completing? Yes, from the small intestine, and from small intestine, the useful components are absorbed into the blood. Then, some of the food contents may be remains undigested. The digested food or the simpler forms are absorbed by the blood. So then also there may be existing some of the undigested food. Isn't it? From the small intestine the useful substances are absorbed by the blood. So the remaining food components are passed into large intestine. The remaining food components are passing through the large intestine, and from the large intestine the water contents are absorbed by the body. From large intestine, here we have the large intestine. Did you see the large intestine? So this is the large intestine, and from the large intestine the most of the water component from the undigested food is absorbed. So from where does the water contents are absorbed from the food? Yes, from the large intestine. From the large intestine, from the undigested food, the water components are absorbed. Now all the necessary components are absorbed. Carbohydrate has been absorbed from the mouth. Then carbohydrates are break up from the mouth. Then fats and proteins are and other components are also other useful components are absorbed by the from the small intestine, and from the large intestine the most water components are absorbing from large intestine, and the remaining undigested food are called by the name feces. So the remaining undigested foods are removing through anus in the form of feces. Remaining undigested food or the waste are removed through anus in the form of feces. So once again I repeat, from the mouth we are chewing the food and the food is mixed with saliva. The carbohydrates are broken down from the mouth itself. Saliva helps in the breakdown of carbohydrate, and the food passes through the food pipe and reaches to the stomach. The stomach is the sac-like organ where the food is churned. In the stomach, the food mixes with several other digestive juices to breaking down of the food. From the stomach, the food is passing through this coiled tube called small intestine, and from the liver and the pancreas are pouring their digestive juices to the small intestine, which helps in the breakdown of proteins and fats. From small intestine, the useful components are absorbed into the blood. So from small intestine, the digestion has been finished when it reaches to the small intestine. So the remaining undigested foods are passed through the large intestine, and from large intestine the most water contents are absorbed to the body, and the remaining unwanted substance or undigested substance are removed through anus in the form of feces.
What we have discussed now, we have discussed the digestion, isn't it? So let us, we are starting or we are eating the food. Then from where does the digestion starts? The digestion starts from the mouth. Isn't it? Food we ate. The digestion has been started from the mouth. And what is happening from the mouth actually? Yes, the food mixes with saliva. Saliva is the juice that has been produced by the mouth. So from mouth, the food has been mixed with the saliva. Then not only that, yes, the carbohydrates has been broken down also. Then from the mouth, the mix of food and saliva goes to the food pipe. Very good. Food pipe. Then where does it reach? From the food pipe, it reaches to the sac-like structure called by the name stomach. Did you get? From the food pipe, the food reaches to the stomach. And what is happening to the stomach? Yes, the churning of food. The churning of food is happening from the stomach. Churning of food means the stomach is also producing some digestive juices. It helps the food churning, and it happens in the stomach. Isn't it? So the food has been reached into stomach. Then after stomach, where it is going? Yes, from the stomach it is going into small intestine. Small intestine. Then some other organs are pouring some digestive juices into small intestine. Which are them? Yes, the liver and pancreas is producing the digestive juices and are poured into small intestine. Then what is happening from the small intestine? What is happening from the small intestine? Yes, useful substances are absorbed into blood. From small intestine, the useful substances are absorbed into blood. Then we have undigested food. From small intestine, the undigested food, passes to the large intestine. From which the water component is absorbed. So from large intestine, water is absorbed. Undigested food from small intestine, and the water is absorbed from the large intestine and the feces. What is the spelling of feces? F-E-A-C-E-S or F-A-E-C-E-S? Yes. The feces removed. The feces means the unwanted materials. Feces are removed from the anus. So this is the digestive tract, or this is the process of digestion. Food from the mouth, the food is mixed with saliva and goes to the food pipe. Through food pipe, it reaches to the stomach. From stomach, the food is churning and it goes to the, or it passes to the small intestine, where from the small intestine, the useful substances are absorbed by the body, and the undigested food is passes through the in large intestine. From large intestine, the water content is absorbed, and the feces or the undigested food is removed in the form of feces through anus. So this is the process of digestion that you have to be done. So today we have discussed the two terms, balanced diet and the process of digestion or the digestion. So what is mean by balanced diet? The diet which contains all the nutrients in right amount is known as balanced diet. And what is mean by digestion? Yes, the process by which the food is break down into small components are known as digestion. And we have discussed the path of food from mouth to the anus. Hope you understood this. If you have any doubt, let us discuss them. Hope you understood this topic. Thank you. Have a nice day.